So, ladies and gentlemen, each speaker is going to be given 3 minutes. Okay? The first minute and the last minute are protected. Open captains. Right now, open captains, please write down the names of the speakers and the speaker role and the reply speaker submitting to the panel of educators and the debate and moving. So, team captains, please write your names and speaker roles and get the debate started. Meanwhile, team authority, if we can read for us the motion, then team negative will confirm and we can start the debate. Thank you. You can have a seat. Thank you so much. One person from team pro to read the motion, one from team negative to confirm the motion. Can raise the microphone there. Thank you. The microphone.
The motion reads, this house would reward schools that keep their environment clean and green.
Thank you. Team opposition, is that the motion? We can just confirm. Okay. Is that the motion? Thank you so much. So, let's get the final on. First of all, the speaker, the floor is yours. Thank you.
I salute the crowd at large, ladies and gentlemen. I've come here to propose the motion which states this house will reward schools that keep their environment clean and green. Before I switch on to my points, I would like to begin by explaining the keywords. This house refers to the gathering. So we as the proposers are saying that this house will reward schools that keep their environment clean and green for the following reasons. Motivates other schools, links to PhD subjects, saves money long term. I would like to switch on to my points. First and foremost, let me analyze this motion under the point of view of motivate other schools. To motivate means to influence. Schools that keep their environment clean, if they are awarded, this will influence other schools that are nearby. They will also start keeping their environment clean and green, such that they must also receive the same awards the neighboring school has received. For example, Greenfield Primary gets computers for being clean, and nearby schools will also do the same as they do. Thanks. I beg to stop here.
Thank you for that incredible speech. That's the position.
The moderator of today's debate, the judges, the members of gallery. In front of you is Juleba Rebecca from the opposition side, coming to oppose the motion which says this house will reward schools that keep their environment clean and green. The moderator of today's debate, I personally, I want to narrow down my points on the following point of view of distraction from learning. A school may take several weeks. A school may take several weeks to prepare for its compound for inspections. When the inspectors want to come and see the school administration will say they are not prepared because have they don't have time for learning and to keep their environment clean and green. Then how do you expect such a school to be rewarded? It will be difficult to reward such schools because they delay to keep their environment clean and green. Furthermore, rejected. Furthermore, take this motion under the point of view of resource allocation. If the resources are allocated far from the school, do you think this school will be rewarded? The school will not be clean and green, and people may start changing their schools from that school because the school does not keep the environment clean and green. So I bring to my dear opponents, we should not give the motion to remain that this house will reward schools that keep their environment clean. For this reason, let us all join our hands and proclaim to the whole universe that this house will not reward schools that keep their environment clean and green. Thanks, I rest my case.
Thank you for the first speech. Second opposition speaker, the floor is yours. Have you.
I greet the crowd at large, the two debating parties, ladies and gentlemen. Here you see in front of you is Asibuku Faith Lenia from St. Joseph Primary School coming to propose this motion which says, this house will reward schools that keep their environment clean and green. But according to our own opinion as a teen government, this motion is 100% correctly stated for the following. But before I switch on to my points, allow me disagree with some of the points of our dear beloved friend. Using the third person, they came here and deceived us saying, that some schools are not prepared for the people to come and see them. But I would like to inform them that they are well prepared things for these educators to come and see the schools that keep their environment clean and green. Large crowd in numbers, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to switch on to my points. First and foremost, let me analyze this motion under the point of view of linking the pairing subjects. You know, when there is a clean environment, there is effective teaching and learning. You see, when in a that environment and you want to enter class, there is you normally know that in the environment, when it is dirty, there will be no effective teaching and learning. The people will sit there, there's a bad smell. Yes, because when the environment is dirty, the teachers are also distracted from teaching the lessons. Sometimes they cannot finish the syllabus, making the pupils to fail. So it is really good to award the schools that keep their environment clean and green. Yes, not to waste time, I also have to leave the floor for our beloved friends. To keep the ball rolling, allow me to talk about saves money for a long time. If the environment is clean, the government will not waste enough time for putting medicine into the country to treat poor pupils and teachers. Thank you very much. I appreciate your loyalty. When the country does not have enough money and also need to employ more teachers to teach the pupils, and when the environment is clean like that, thank you. Can you help me with 30 seconds for somebody? Thank you, sir. Let's count in numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, since time is not our best friend, it is changing us too much. Let us respect the rules. In conclusion, I want to say that it is very important to reward schools that keep their environment clean and green, to influence other schools around them to also do the same in order to promote good hygiene. Thanks.
Thank you for your fine speech. The second operation speaker, the floor is yours for you.
Yes, Chancellor. I'm here in front of you to propose the motion which says schools that keep the environment clean and green should be rewarded. In my own understanding, the government of Uganda is suffering from a deficit budget. So wasting money to pay schools to keep the environment clean and green is just wasted of funds. Instead, this should be a personal mindset of the people to keep the environment clean. Because keeping the environment clean can prevent diseases. So, presiding officer, allow me narrow down to my points. I would like to talk about social impact. What do I mean by social impact? This giving of words might only work for a short period of time. And how is a short period of time going to help us keep our environment clean? Yet there are future generations ahead of us and that we don't know about. So, should we waste our money and give it to schools that keep the environment clean, or pay the deficit budget the government owns to other countries?
POI.
You are wrong.
I would like to inform you that if they award the schools that keep their environment clean and green, it will influence and it will also bring income for the country. Like other people in other countries or districts will wish to come and see that school. Hey, you see, this school is very designed. I really enjoy it. So it is very important. They can need to pay some money as a revenue to the country that they can also develop that district. So it is very important to reward schools that keep their environment clean and green.
Please don't try to deceive me. Because we are talking about the budget, the economic budget of the country, not the economic budget of a school. What is this? Our main focus of today's debate is to solve the problem of pollution, not award the schools. So, presiding officer, I would like to talk about equity issues. Some schools have inadequate funding. For example, some public schools do not have clean the environment. Some people might say that pupils are to be responsible to keep the environment clean. But considering the pattern of education, a pupil is supposed to start learning from the morning and then at some in the evening. So, this gives time to complete the curriculum. But if a pupil wastes all her time to just clean the environment and keep it clean, what will you say the impact will be on the theory itself or any other result? So, presiding officer, with the strong words of Elder, I would like to say that schools that keep the environment should not be burdened, but instead they should have a mindset of keeping their environment clean. Thanks.
Thank you for that incredible debate. Proposition Speaker, the floor is yours. Here.
I honor you declare that he is a member from the proposal side coming to propose this concerning steps. This house will award every primary school that keeps the environment clean and green. So, before I sit on to my points, may you allow me to back some of the points from the opposition side. They came here and deceived us that it is wastage of time. But no,
You are right.
accept it.
You have made a mistake of what I have said. I was actually talking about pupils. I was talking about the difference in the funding of schools. Because once a school is not given adequate funding, they might think twice before employing other workers like cleaners, so which will be good to them. Automatically cause people to go out and leaving the classroom behind and leaving the topics they are to be educated in the classroom.
My dear Victoria Speaker, I'll make it inform you that living a company is not the plan. It's not that everybody will get employed, everybody will get jobs. They also came and deceived us that living the schools are when the schools that keep their people clean and green is wastage of funds. My dear Victoria Speaker, I'll make it inform you that it's not wastage of funds. The schools keep infecting and make infected with diseases that the government are wanting the schools that are clean and green so that others can improve. We can miss more funds. No, it is the one, it is avoiding those who are infected. It is avoiding those who keep their compound clean and green. That is the simplest way. That one means less funds. So, sir, presiding officer, may you allow me to turn to my points. First and foremost, allow me to talk about saved money for a long time. The government may spend millions, over millions, to cure the diseases in schools. But you see, if the government would award the schools that keep their environment clean and green, it will reduce the funds needed.
You are
Thank you.
Protect your time.
you are
Protect your time.
Thank you. To keep the fire burning, allow us to talk about every pupils learn and give better results. If pupils are healthy, they learn and give better results. In a compound where they respect our water and soil, mosquitoes that breathe in the second water, they will come and disturb pupils, and which will cause spread of diseases like malaria. And the malaria will distract pupils from learning, and the pupils will not be able to perform well. So, as presiding officer, with these strong points of mine, I still stand firm, saying that this house believes that every primary school that keeps the compound clean and green should be awarded. Thanks.
Very much for that incredible debate. Third Operation Speaker, the floor is yours. Here.
Like when I decided what to start, that I got now, here comes the picture of what I'm sorry. From you, from coming to propose the motion. Who says that this is how the one who actually in my own opinion, this motion should have been this house will not want food that keep their environment clean and clean. That is very much that, but particularly narrow down my argument to the following point of view. First and foremost, take this motion under an major point of limited impact. What I mean by this point of view, for example, the environmental impact of school may be related in comparison of maybe let's compare less sources of pollution. For example, now what you mean by is less sources of pollution. You can see at times a school complex may end up dumping human waste into the water sources, which will cause pollution and give an area and give an attempt and at times a school government may also end up in POI, in banning at times the school government may also end up in banning the plastic ban polluting the air. Now, into my own opinion that this house was not reward the schools that keep their environment clean and clean.
Thank you for your statement. Prepare speech, any input time or voting. Okay, also time for speech.
My job as the replay speaker is to show the crowd why our team has clearly won this debate. First of all, the proposition only focused on saying that rewarding schools can encourage other schools to do so. No problem. However, our team has shown that keeping the environment clean should be a responsibility, but not an activity driven by prices. So, it is our responsibility to keep our environment and protect ourselves from diseases and other things. The proposition adds that rewards motivate schools. However, motivation based on rewards is often temporary. Once rewards are removed, schools may lose interest. This debate is not about whether schools should keep their environment clean. We all agree they should, but the question still remains: is rewarding schools the best way of achieving this goal of keeping the environment clean? So, we should go and solve this question.
Thank you, the department chair.
Yes, crowd at large, I saw your respect and I see the way you're carefully listening. My role as a reply speaker is to show clearly to the crowd that our team has really won this debate. But before I have the answer to my brother. Now, these are my brothers and sisters. But to pick my brother, I would like to tell you that the answer to that question is yes. Because if they will now be rewarding other schools that keep their environment clean and green, it will also motivate other nearby schools to do the same. Even though they will not be rewarded, but they will also reduce the rate of diseases that the pupils will be contracting. So, in summary, we talked about motivates after schools, leads to paying subjects, saves money, for a long time. He them do things for better results. So the reason why we are winning this debate is when they award the schools that keep their environment clean and green, there will be reduced rate of diseases and effective teaching and learning, and there will be good performance obtained in the school and the school in being exposed.
So both teams will be like shake their hands. Thank you so much. You can go and take your seats. The result shall be declared during the semi-finals. Thank you, and I'm going to have the chief educators with the panelists. And we're going to come on the seats. We're going to sit down.
Okay, yes. Now, time for quiz, secondary category. The two teams match in both. The two teams this match in front. And this time around, yes, this two. The two teams, Proctor and Team Pulsate. Moving front. First after this, okay, just a second. Just a second. Where's Sadu? Sanyi, where are you? The quiz. Sanyi. Please move the front. Where is Sanyi? You're coming to quiz. Sanyi, where are you? Sanyi, wherever you are, please find your way from. Go this way. Good. Okay. 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 All right. We're going to begin our quiz questions, and I hope you guys are ready. Are we ready? Are we ready? Um, we're supposed to go democratically because we don't want things to have rambles when it comes to the sides.